Hey CrossFit Deliverance athletes, welcome to another Be Relentless vlog. Let's get into this week and the month of August activities that you can find here at CrossFit Deliverance. Remember, it is the CrossFit Games this week, starts on Thursday. You're gonna see all your favorite CrossFit athletes and teams compete on the world stage. Always exciting. For those of us that weren't fortunate enough to go to the games, feel free to come into the gym. We're gonna have a kind of a low-key Frosty Friday feel on a side lot for most of the day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, guys, for all the games happen. We do it every year. So hopefully see you there. For those of you that are looking for something else to go outside of the gym for the month of August, we do have our day hike to Lake 22 headed up by Ariel, so look for details on that on the Facebook page. Let's jump into the programming, guys, for what the normal CrossFit class and the competitive class and programming is going to be doing. Now, it's going to have different meetings for both groups. If you're in a normal class and you only do normal class, or you see yourself as a fit for life individual, I want you to attack this 10K air assault bike WOD with the most amount of exuberance and energy that you can, right? Sprint for 1,000 meters, your partner sprints, you rest, and you keep on going back and forth to 10. If you are a competitive athlete, this is where I want you to go ahead and think of this as your time to break a sweat, right? Don't go hard. And then during your time that your partner's going, you're recovering, you should be mobilizing. You should be doing something to go ahead and help you go ahead and treat this as more of a recovery WOD. Open up, get blood flowing, X, Y, and Z. Now, after this, for a normal CrossFit class, you're going to be working on just collecting 25 handstand push-ups. Remember, scale this up and down. If you have strict, go ahead, work on deficit. If you're just getting to go ahead and learning handstand push-ups, just work on the negatives. Guys, go ahead and meet yourself where you're at and just collect 25 reps, right? Now, guys, this is where I say, hey, everybody that's doing normal CrossFit class, have a wonderful time, do the best that you can, be relentless in everything that you do, and this is where you can stop watching, and now I'm just going to be talking to everybody that's doing extra work for the competitive class. Now, for those of you that are in the competitive class, you're going to be doing a 6-minute AMRAP, just at the beginning of your session. Think of this as a skill session. Before you do just 10 minutes of general mobilization, activation for yourself that you know that you specifically need. Handstand push-ups, I want you to be conscious about where your hands are and trying to get used to whatever game standard you have to be to where your palms stay within the white line. I would challenge you to make sure that your first knuckle on your hands, that only the ends, the far ends from those knuckles actually go over the white line, because as you fatigue and you kick down, I've seen it a lot for a majority of you, and I've done it myself. As we kick down, we get tired. Our hands and palms start to break over that line, and if we're in a competitive atmosphere, we always want to try to go ahead and stay away from that as much as we can. A silly no rep might cost us, right? A placing if we're at a local competition, or we never know, going to the games, right? So with that, and of course the goblet squat hold, guys, just think of holding a position that you would want to catch a max squat clean in without any connective tissue, the elasticity, the bounce out of the bottom to stand out of the clean. So a virtuous squat and posture in that kettlebell goblet squat. Now, let's go ahead, let's talk about the item that you're going to be doing after the assault bike test. Now, it's going to be a complex of push press, power jerk, and split jerk. And it's going to be at X amount of percentages that are going to be relatively light for the split jerk. So I want you guys to go and think of this as during the push press, utilize and think about using your legs as much as you can to drive the barbell up. During the power jerk, go ahead and really fighting for a strong lockout through the elbow, that there is no chatter. Treat yourself as if this is an Olympic lifting meet, and any chatter through the elbow or press out would be a no rep. So that way, by the time you get to the split jerk, right, your body already knows what it feels like to press and extend all the way through your legs, and then having a strong, right, structure through your arm, and hopefully then through your upper back as well. And that's creating zero chatter, guys. Just be very intentional about a lot of the accessory work that isn't heavy. Okay, guys, so other than that, that is going to be the programming, other than just a simple strict press, crescendoing weight as you go down in reps, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Just build up and load, get as heavy as you can for each set. This shouldn't take more than 15 minutes to do, and go ahead and find just ending on a heavy single, right? It's not your own rep max, it's a heavy single. There's an okay amount of volume leading up to it within the strict press and push press medley, so go ahead and just be conscious about that. I want to go ahead and end on, guys, just a big thank you to everybody that's come to me, that has given me feedback. I really do appreciate it, right? I truly do want the best for everybody, right? That's our highest athletes, right? They're the top of their game, and our athletes are just coming into this competitive scene. I appreciate and I value everybody's input. Keep on giving it to me, guys. Know that it's not in one ear, out the other. I'm mulling over it. I'm thinking about it. I want to make it as inclusive as possible. And remember, the goal and my vision is for CrossFit Deliverance is to be the best in the Pacific Northwest and eventually the best in the West Coast. And I can't do that without getting feedback, right? Looking forward to it. Also, guys, take this test week seriously, right? And when I go ahead and, it is going to be a hard test week. We've had 2 days, right, for 2 really hard workouts. And there's a reason why there's not a ton of extra work. And if it feels light, if a day feels light, there's a reason why the day feels light, right? Know that it's just not absentee programming. And I'm trying to go ahead in these videos, give you guys heads up on what days are important to actually rest and what days are important to lean into, right? So with that, guys, recover well, right? Be smart about today during the 10K, and then go ahead, utilize the rest of the day as more of skill work, and then Thursday, be super smart and be ready to go ahead and hit a hard training day on Friday. And then, of course, whatever Coach Pete has dreamed up for you on Saturday. And again, I'll go ahead and post this as well on the Be Relentless vlog going forward, is that on Saturdays we will go ahead and have you lift first before that team WOD, if at all possible, because the team WODs will be harder versions of regional team workouts, right? This is where you guys have the chance to work as teams, couplets, triplets, right? And go ahead and work through task priority workouts or time priority workouts. Guys, with that, be relentless in everything that you do. I appreciate everything that you guys have done, and I'm looking forward to just going ahead and making this the best thing that we can. We'll see you on the flip side.